Hey, it's Sam, and I'm inviting you to the 2020 Sedona Vedic Astrology Conference that's happening in your home this year via Zoom. Very convenient, easy way to digest these world-class teachings. I'm going to be teaching in real time on November 23rd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But again, if you can't make it that exact day, you can still get the course. You would just get the recordings. But I'm going to be teaching on Vedic Bala and Shad Bala. Now, these Sanskrit words mean sixfold strength and directional strength. Shad Bala is a way to assess planetary strength along 6 main categories and about 15 or 20 calculations. And it's a great way to drill down into the deeper principles of Vedic astrology. And what I'm going to be doing is teaching a master class on the Shad Bala, but then I'm going to put a special focus on the directional strength, which is one of the most important aspects of the Shad Bala because it shows how planets are strong or weak in their proximity to certain angles. So it brings together 2 very important principles which have to do with angular strength and the angles and how they can support us or not support us, and the planets themselves who get stronger or weaker as they get closer to those angles. And in the midst of that, though, I'm going to also be talking about each of the facets of Shad Bala. For example, there's Chesta Bala, which has to do with the motional strength, how fast a planet is moving. For example, in Vedic astrology, retrograde planets have very high Chesta Bala. This is one of the reasons they're, quote, strong. It's one of their sources of strength. We also have Sthana Bala, how the planet is standing. And again, there's about 10 different calculations that determine Sthana Bala, because it shows how we're able to kind of stand and endure what goes on. Again, as I said, there's directional strength. The direction the planet is taking us. Is it taking us in this direction in life that's relative to this angle? Or what? How is it oriented to take us in the direction it wants us to go and we want to go with it? And then we also have Kala Bala, which has to do with its relationship to different aspects of time. We also have Ayana Bala, which is very important, and its relationship to the different ayanas, which the ayanas mean the northern and the southern course of the sun. And again, this also shows how important the zodiac is, so I'm going to also touch on the important zodiac calculations, and you'll see that from the classical Indian texts. And I'm going to be using classical Indian texts in all of these in this whole master class. It's going to be right from Parashara Sastra, right from software. There's going to be a lot of case studies, and it'll be a very lively class. As you know, the way I teach is there's a lot of examples. There's a lot of not just theory but practice. And so again, this is going to be a great way for you to learn about Shad Bala in about 6 hours, and it'll give you a great overview of how to evaluate planets based on this 6-fold strength, how to drill down deeper into the Vedic Bala, the directional strength, and the reverse directional strength. And it'll be excellent for your astrological analysis and your overall understanding of these principles of Vedic astrology. Now, as I said, it's online this year. We usually gather in person, but because of the COVID and whatnot, we're doing it online. But that's a great advantage because, again, you can buy the recordings to the whole conference for one price and watch them at your leisure for the rest of your life. Just like with this course that you're getting from me, if you maybe want to go to another course or you're busy that day, you can still order the recordings in advance. But of course, it will be in real time, taught in real time that way, and there's a benefit of coming in real time because you can interact. I'll be taking some questions, but mostly when I teach, I just like to get through the material and teach it kind of all at once. That's why I call it a master class, because I'm just giving this information, and then you'll have those recordings again for the rest of your life to go back and watch over and over again. So I'm really looking forward to teaching this in real time on November 23rd. Those of you who have gotten a lot of my online classes, this is really no different, except you're ordering it from the Sedona Vedic Astrology Conference. So go ahead and take care of that, and you'll just be able to enjoy that online experience of learning. There'll be a nice electronic manual that you'll have forever as well that explains Shad Bala and Vedic Bala, and you'll really learn how to understand and evaluate planetary strength and not just look at this bar graph in your software, which most people look at that and they're like, oh, it's strong because of this, and they don't really understand what those numbers come from. So this is a way to sort of look under the hood and examine all those facets of Shad Bala and learn how these planets have different qualities of strength based on their direction, their motion, their proximity to a certain solstice, their relationship in certain increments of time, and whatnot. So an invaluable lesson and class for you, and I look forward to your attendance. Go ahead and sign up. Again, even if you can't attend in real time, you can still get the recordings and have access to all of the material. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.